If you live in the United States, congratulations, you're part of the only species on Earth that hears a tiny ding and immediately forgets every single life goal. Like, you can be in the middle of cooking, working, driving, holding a baby, and the second your phone makes that noise, you snap your head like a German shepherd hearing a bag of treats. Eyes wide, ears up, brain empty, tail metaphorically wagging. Oh, we got a notification? For me? And don't even lie, you felt it right now. Just hearing the word notification made your thumb itch. That's the part people don't want to admit. Your phone didn't just become a tool. Your phone trained you, conditioned you, like Pavlov but with ads. Like an evil dog trainer, except the dog is your attention span and the leash is made of dopamine and shame. Because here's how it works. You hear a sound, you check, you get a reward. Over and over and over. It's the same system they used to teach dogs to sit, except instead of sit, you learned drop everything. Instead of stay, you learned panic. And instead of good boy, you get a video of someone power washing a sidewalk for 12 seconds. That's your reward now. A wet driveway. And Americans are so proud of it. We're like, no one owns me. I'm free. Yeah, totally. You're so free you can't even finish a sentence without checking your pocket like you're smuggling a live grenade. The average American doesn't have a morning routine anymore. They have a notification ritual. Wake up, reach for phone, unlock, stare, refresh, refresh again. Like you're checking if your life updated overnight. And the funniest part? You don't even need real notifications anymore. Your brain is so trained that you hallucinate them. You ever feel your phone vibrate and you check and there's nothing? That's not a glitch. That's your nervous system begging for attention like a starving raccoon scratching at a trash can. Your brain is like, come on, man, just one hit, just one. I'll be good after. No, you won't. You'll be back in 45 seconds. Because notifications aren't just alerts. They're psychological commands. They're little digital whistles. And you respond every time. Not because you're dumb, because you're human. Humans are basically animals with Wi-Fi. And the phone companies know exactly what they're doing. They didn't accidentally make notifications red. That's not design. That's warfare. Red is danger. Red is blood. Red is your brain screaming, look at me right now or you'll die. Meanwhile, the notification is like, your cousin liked a photo from 2018. Cool. Thank God. I almost died. And it's not just the color. It's the timing. Notifications hit you when your brain is weakest. You're tired, stressed, bored, lonely. That's when the phone comes in like a dealer in a parking lot. Hey buddy, rough day? Want a little scroll? Want a little someone might need you feeling? Because that's what notifications really sell. Importance, relevance, the illusion that you matter. It makes you feel like something is happening, like you're included, like you're needed. Even when it's literally DoorDash saying, your driver is approaching. Great, my life has purpose again. And the worst part is the reward isn't consistent. Sometimes you check and it's nothing. Sometimes it's an argument. Sometimes it's a meme. Sometimes it's an email that ruins your day. That inconsistency is the secret sauce. That's what makes it addictive. It's not the reward. It's the maybe. Maybe this is a funny message. Maybe it's good news. Maybe someone texted back. Maybe someone liked me. Maybe I'm finally winning at life. That maybe is what keeps you checking like a maniac. It's the same psychology as slot machines. And you know who loses at slot machines? Everyone. The house always wins. And right now, the house is your lock screen. So now you've got Americans walking around like trained pets. You're at dinner with friends. Everyone's talking, laughing, eating. And then somebody's phone goes ding. And suddenly the whole table freezes like prairie dogs detecting a hawk. Heads turn. Eyes dart. Someone reaches for their phone like they're defusing a bomb. And the person who checks it always tries to play it cool too. They do that fake casual glance like, oh, I'm not addicted, I'm just checking something. Checking what? Your emotional stability? We can't even sit through a movie anymore. People watch Netflix with their phone in their hand. That's insane. That means you're watching entertainment while also searching for different entertainment. That's like eating pizza while browsing Uber Eats. You're not hungry. You're unwell. And let's talk about the worst American creation of all time, the group chat. Because group chats are basically dog whistles for adults. You'll be having a peaceful moment, reading, showering, driving, existing. And then your phone goes ping, 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 ping. and your brain goes, "We're under attack." And you check it and it's 12 messages like, "LOL, facts, bro, y'all are crazy. Wait, what happened? Same, send it." Nothing happened. Nobody is in danger. It's just your brain getting yanked around by a bunch of unemployed emojis. And the conditioning is so deep that people get anxious when the phone is quiet. Quiet doesn't feel peaceful anymore. Quiet feels suspicious, like your phone is cheating on you, like you're being left out, like you're missing something. Your brain starts spiraling. Why hasn't anyone texted me? Am I irrelevant? Yes, you are. And that's okay. That's how life is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be needed every 30 seconds. You're supposed to exist. But we turned existence into a subscription service. And the phone made it worse by adding that little notification preview. That's basically giving your brain a free sample at Costco. You don't even open the app and you already got the dopamine, just enough to hook you. It's like your phone whispering, "Psst, someone said your name. You want to see? You want to see? Come on, just open it." And you do, every time, like a golden retriever chasing a tennis ball into traffic. That's why people check their phone hundreds of times a day, not because there's always something there, but because the checking itself became the habit loop. Cue, vibration, routine, check, reward, relief. Even if nothing happened, you still get the relief of knowing you didn't miss anything. That relief is the treat. And the US is the perfect breeding ground for this because we're already addicted to urgency. Everything in America is right now. Same-day shipping, instant streaming, drive-through everything, one-click checkout. We made impatience a lifestyle. If something takes more than 2 seconds, Americans treat it like oppression. I had to wait in line. Oh no, how did you survive that war crime? So notifications fit perfectly. They give you that constant sense of movement, like your life is happening, like you're busy, like you're important. Meanwhile, you're just reacting all day. That's the scary part. Your phone doesn't even have to convince you anymore. It just triggers you, like you're a trained animal. That little sound goes off and your brain goes into obedience mode. And you can see it when someone tries to ignore a notification. They get physically uncomfortable. They'll squirm, they'll glance at the phone, they'll start acting like they're fighting cravings. Because they are. That's withdrawal. That's your brain throwing a tantrum because it didn't get its treat. And you know what makes it even funnier? The way Americans justify it like it's noble. Oh, I'm just staying on top of things. Top of what? Your friend's lunch? The economy of memes? I need to respond quickly. To who? The group chat that sends 45 messages about nothing? I'm just being productive. No, you're not. You're being trained. You're being handled. You're basically a circus animal doing tricks for attention pellets. And the phone companies love it because your attention is the product. You're not the customer. You're the livestock. Every time you check, you generate data, engagement, ad revenue, and another brick in the prison wall of your habits. And they call it user experience. It's not user experience, it's user captivity. That's why they keep notifications on by default. They don't ask, do you want to be psychologically manipulated? They just assume yes, because you know you won't turn it off. You'll complain, sure. You'll post about dopamine detox while scrolling TikTok, but you won't actually stop. Because the system isn't designed for you to win. It's designed for you to keep coming back. It's designed for you to be triggered. It's designed for you to be obedient. And the real tragedy, this messes up your real life. You can't focus. You can't relax. You can't be present. You can't go 5 minutes without your brain checking for a treat. Your brain has been trained to live in anticipation, always waiting for the next buzz, the next ping, the next maybe. And that creates anxiety, constant low-level tension, because your nervous system is always on alert, always scanning, always expecting something, like you're a soldier in a war zone, except the enemy is Instagram. Your brain never gets rest, and then you wonder why you're exhausted, because you're being called back to attention hundreds of times a day. That's mental whiplash. That's like someone tapping you on the shoulder every 30 seconds while you try to think. And when you finally try to disconnect, it feels unbearable. You put your phone down and suddenly your brain goes, wait, are we alone? With ourselves? That's disgusting. Quick, find a notification. So how do you fix it? Do you throw your phone into the ocean and become a monk? No, you're American. You'd just buy a new phone and call it minimalism. You do the simplest, most powerful thing. You break the conditioning. Turn off non-essential notifications, not later, now. Social apps especially, because your phone should not be allowed to interrupt your life just to sell you something or feed you nonsense. If an app isn't paying your bills, it doesn't get access to your nervous system. And then you do the real challenge. You stop reacting instantly. You stop being a dog. When it buzzes, don't check right away. Wait 10 seconds. Wait 30. Wait a minute. Teach your brain that the buzz does not control you, because right now, it does. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable. That's the point. That discomfort is your brain learning freedom again. It's like training a spoiled dog to stop barking for treats. It's going to freak out. It's going to beg. It's going to throw a tantrum. But if you hold the line, it gets quiet. Because you're not weak. You're conditioned. And conditioning can be undone. You just have to stop rewarding the habit. So the next time your phone goes ding, look at it like a trainer looking at a dog. Like, nice try, buddy, not today. Because your phone is not a tool if it controls your attention. It's a whistle. And you've been sprinting to it like a good boy for years. Now sit, stay, and for the love of God, stop fetching notifications like it's your job.